recording.
Today we'll be talking about conspiracy theories
With
Christian
who?
Ferrari.
What's your name, sir?
that was
Hello,
the intro?
Ferrari.
Afternoon, gentlemen.
Okay.
Pleasure
Wow.
to be here. Always wonderful to join you fellows on Bros Think Big podcast. Like and subscribe.
Ooh, I think he's doing the intro for us.
Oh, okay.
Always
do
a
it.
pleasure, bro. When you're here, it's always good.
Why is the mic all the way
Love
there, bro?
it.
Wait, is the mic good?
Yeah. No, yeah. Everything's good.
Because I'm a professional amateur trying to get better at this, bro.
Yo, why does conspiracy theory interest you, man? Since
Why
we're on that topic. And what is conspiracy theory?
I think the question should be, why are conspiracy theories so interesting in general, and why do they captivate the minds of so many Americans and people throughout the world?
Right. Which would put you also in the category of...
Absolutely. I think it's cool because just like any good lie or any good anything, any good deception or non-deception, it's based in truth. So if you take something that's based in an undeniable truth and start to contort it, that's how evil loves to do its thing, I think.
Yeah. I was just laughing. The things are just falling. from the wall.
Yeah.
Yo, why is the mic?
That's
keep
yeah.
cutting
That's
out,
very
bro? Hold
interesting
up.
because a lot of the times, what is it?
Could be the microphone. It could be the headset. It's not cutting out in here.
Yeah, it's very interesting you say that because most of the cases, these conspiracy theories that people bring up, and I'm not going to talk about all of them, but I think moon landing, 9/11, Illuminati, JFK, like all
Like an
those stuff,
original.
like Charlie Kirk right now, his situation and everything,
Ooh.
which is very connected to the JFK situation, right? So the idea is all of these seem so real in the beginning, until something new comes out of somebody just looking at the little details of what's happening. And I'm not talking about just the details of, oh, this guy just made it up and he made a big deal out of it. Like, no, these are actually some weird stuff. They couldn't find the bullets. I mean, they cleaned up the area right away. They had the construction going the next day or something. And there was nothing to be done on campus. It was just like this construction thing that they, you can say, started on the campus when there was nothing planned ahead of time. And usually when there's going to be a construction on a campus, there has to be some kind of news beforehand or some kind of information on it, right?
Yeah, what?
And then the guy going to hand that guy something, another guy, like one of the security, just jumped off, on the desk, hand the other guy something. That guy took off.
Yeah, how convenient.
Yeah, and dude, it happened all so fast. It's like first of all, when somebody gets shot, is that your initial reaction to start hiding stuff?
My initial
it's weird,
reaction
right?
is to
Help
get
the guy.
down, either get down so I don't get shot, or
Yeah.
if you feel like it's over, go help whoever has been injured. That's,
Right.
That's the initial human response to gunshots.
Yeah.
You would hope.
Right, I'm just
One
saying,
would hope.
That's just something interesting to put out there.
Wait, what happened?
about
Oh,
that.
it's
I didn't see a
definitely
video of somebody
interesting.
trying to take some stuff down from the table.
So what happened was after Charlie Kirk got shot, one of the security jumped over the table, right? Took something from I don't know where really,
Underneath
or
the
his,
table?
his pocket, gave it to other guy, like literally handed something over to the other guy, and that guy just took off. He ran. So and then they couldn't find a bullet. They couldn't, like, you know how usually in the site of what's it called, shooting, they keep all that stuff in there for, you can say, proof that
People to look
he
at?
actually got shot, evidence. It was all almost like cleared up. Everything that had to be the evidence of
happened then?
Charlie. What?
What happened then?
Dude, that's the thing. They cleaned the area up so there would be
No
very
evidence?
few evidence, that people can go after, because when they start questioning it, that's why they can't give any evidence. Do you realize that the Charlie Kirk situation could have been dead in a sense of there's no conspiracy outside of he got shot and he got killed, but because of the weird things of the cleanup, the construction the next day, not finding the evidence, nor providing any evidence of like actually maybe images of like where he got shot and all that stuff, all led to people saying, you don't provide the evidence for a specific reason, and it leads to you trying to hide something, and it all adds up, is what I'm trying to say. For me personally, I think it's more sketchy than not. All of it. I mean, look, they caught the guy who supposedly killed him, and then it was the wrong guy, and then they happened to choose a white guy who was labeled as liberal. I mean, he
A
was
furry
probably liberal,
lover.
but yeah.
But how do you know that the guy that they caught was a liberal and a white boy didn't
Because
kill
they
him?
said so.
No,
They
I'm
told
saying-
us,
I'm
and they
saying
want us
it's
to know
very
that.
Interesting. It's very interesting that the first guy who they said shot him was an actual sniper in the Vietnam War, actual experienced sniper, could have shot from that long distance right into his neck.
It was
It's-
only
it's
a
it was
100-yard
good
shot, or 100 or 200-yard shot.
Oh,
which
that's it?
if you
I
would,
thought it
if
was,
you
like, longer, but-
would talk to any sort of marksman or anybody that shoots for even sport or a living, that's like a crap shot. Very easy. Like if you have
Really?
any sort of training, you can do it with your eyes closed. If you have
I
your
thought,
scope
I thought it was
trained.
much closer than. Yeah, I didn't know. You see, I didn't know it was that far.
No, he
100,
said you
200
said he was
meters.
close, right? It was in a
It was a close
hard
shot.
shot?
It was
from
either
the
100
rooftop.
yards or 200 yards. I forget,
Oh.
but it was one of those, which is an easy shot
Okay.
for a marksman.
Then I
for
guess
any sort of marksman or even an amateur marksman.
Okay, then I guess my
So I
point
hear.
Doesn't really go anywhere after that.
For me, it was
About
more
this.
like I didn't look much into it.
So
right?
it's
'Cause
200
I
yards
could-
away.
Thank you.
Is
Nearly.
200 yards easy shot as a sniper?
So that's 2 football fields.
Yeah, I know.
So if you got
Still,
your
that's a long
scope trained
distance. Yeah,
in, you're
that's a-
good.
I don't
You know what I'd like to know? I would like
From
to
a
know
roof, dude? I don't know. A sniper? So it's
how come
heavy gun.
throughout history, anybody that's actually making a ripple in society or making some kind of strong impression for like the better mindset of the youth is usually taken out. Like that happened to JFK. This happened to Martin Luther King, MLK.
Yeah.
This happened to Charlie Kirk. Everybody with a K in their name, you better duck. You better, that's what it's starting to look like.
True. You're gonna create a whole new conspiracy if
Yeah,
you say that.
okay.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Wait, he said what?
He said all the people
everybody
with a K in their name.
Oh.
Kidding.
don't be an
JFK,
outspoken
MLK, Charlie Kirk.
social analyst if you have a K in
CK.
your name.
You might be
You better go along with the CIA's talking points, or you're gonna get popped. It.
Yeah. So okay, so the thing is with all this is that like it's clearly in front of our faces too. Like when someone's on the rise of something that doesn't involve their agenda, they get either taken out, attacked in some sort of way, just like trying to push to the side.
Yeah.
It's clear to see that, but it's very hard to take in that information nowadays because it's like we have more information than ever. Like so many things can get leaked nowadays, but also so many things you can get deceived so easily by
can be
that
hidden,
same
right?
thing. There's so much different information, different perspectives and sides that it's like it's hard for people to be like, oh, it's this or it's that when one evidence is like over here and other evidence supports the other ideas. That's why conspiracy theories are conspiracies, right?
They're theories, yeah.
They're
not facts.
Yeah. Well, I think what's the definition of conspiracy? I think we should.
Well, that's the thing. It's
Conspiracy Jones.
theory. Okay.
Yeah, okay. That's good. That would
did you say?
maybe you can look up
Conspiracy
the
Jones.
conspiracy theory.
Dave Chappelle.
Because I was gonna show you guys this video that people were putting out there on when
I think
Charlie
this
Kirk
is,
shared.
this is the way I'm looking at it. I think Charlie Kirk's assassination would be more of the government trying to take him out because I think he had influence, he had a power, and he wasn't really much talking about government too much. I mean, he would mention like he had Trump's head in front of him, but like most of the times he would talk about like God, and he would be defending
Right.
the abortion.
And I really think
Or he would be not defend. He would be against what's it called? Killing babies and stuff.
absolutely, yeah. he's
So
ag-
I
he's
think the
against
government
abortion, he's
didn't really
pro-life
want that.
for sure.
I think the government didn't really want that.
No.
They wanted him to talk about government more and Trump
Yes.
and political things and kind of support this agenda and not talk too much about it. Even though he did have his points about like he was like pro-Israel and stuff, which a lot of the Christians would criticize him for that. But I think the evidence points to one thing, that the government took him out.
Well,
Not like, because I think they probably hired that guy to shoot him, or they probably
So CIA,
somebody
Central
else,
Intelligence, yeah.
somebody hired somebody else to shoot him, but they blamed it on this white guy, put him in jail,
exactly.
but actually didn't put him in jail. So
And then it
that's
also
just my
fits
view.
the
I don't wanna go too
narrative
far into it.
of like this white guy whose roommate is a trans furry non-binary person. That's who he's in love with. So it's like they put somebody that fit the narrative that everybody would hate that person because the people that are fans of Charlie Kirk are obviously completely aware that that would be the enemy of them. So they want to keep the correct divide because they want to have all of their Republicans together. Like what people are angry about with Candace Owens right now, digging into all this and trying to find out the truth the way she sees it, is people are really angry. Like people like Tim Pool, people like Ben Shapiro, all these friggin' paid off shills, all these people are completely like just trying to drive narratives of their donors. They're all screaming. They're like, "Oh, she's gonna lose us the elections, the midterm elections. Da da da. She's breaking everything apart." And Candace doesn't care just because her friend was killed, her best friend was killed, and she's trying to figure out why because nothing lines up in a way that seems
or at least
that's like
exposed
okay
them,
with her.
what
She's
they're
like, there's something afoot to her, bro.
Yeah.
Look,
So
this
she's on
this
it.
is what's interesting.
That's
is,
the way I see.
yeah, when
her
you start
perspective.
questioning things and people get mad about it and they
Yup.
start attacking you for questioning it, that's when it gets weird.
That's the
It's
shady
what's,
part,
right?
bro.
What's wrong with asking a question? Like for example, there are countries even in Europe. I think if you start to question what happened at the Holocaust or if that many Jews actually died, you're going to be put to jail.
Yeah, it's a
what,
law.
right? Like what kind of
So this takes us all the
reality
way
is
back
this,
to the
right?
reason people like the elites have things like an Epstein's Island. They don't like people that are full of integrity and want to tell the truth
Yeah.
and don't have anything. Or if you are in that circle of people and they don't have something over you to control you, they
kill you.
need to do that. So they need to have you paid off, and they're like, listen, you can't talk about this because your donors are upset. Or they need to be like, listen, if you keep talking about this, I'm going to show the picture that I have that you're with this 14-year-old girl. Or if you keep talking about this, I'm going to tell the
blackmail
world
stuff,
that
right?
you're part of our Illuminati meetings, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
But they need to have something they have to have something over you. If they can't control you and you're someone that just moves on integrity and moves on what you know is right, they can't have you there. And that's the scary part about government, because people will even go in there with great intentions, like new senators, new people that got elected. They're like, oh, I'm going to help my people. And then they go in there and just get steamrolled by the lobbyers and steamrolled by the donors and steamrolled
they become
by
one of them, right?
everybody that is, all of their peers, because they're like, listen, if you don't do this, you're going to mess the money up. You're going to mess the narrative up. It's a wild thing. It's a wild web they have weaved.
Yeah.
My problem with conspiracy theories too, as well, is that it's almost like it leaves you like at this like edge where it's like you almost can't fully believe it because the evidence or proof is just so like, I guess you could say like superficial. Not superficial in a way where it's like super simple, but it's deep enough where it's like it's not, you can't necessarily call it evidence or like this has actually happened.
Yeah,
it's
yeah, it's
always
not a foolproof, right?
It always keeps you on the edge of like, okay, maybe this happened. It's never like, oh, it's a fact that this happened, because with the whole
Yep.
Charge Kirk thing, it's like there's so many different perspectives, even things like 9/11, JFK, moon landing, like there's like
Yep.
so many different things. But I think the overarching theme that we need to see is that like clearly somebody's not telling the truth, and who are the people that are mainly spreading news and information? I mean, it's the government, right?
Yep.
At
And
the
you
end of
gotta
the
look,
day.
who does this benefit for people to think this way? That's what you got to think when narratives are being twisted. Like, what does it benefit? What if somebody's thinking this way? Does it benefit who if somebody's thinking this way? Is somebody getting paid more if somebody's thinking this way? Is somebody getting less power if somebody's thinking this way? And that's usually how you can find the culprit of whoever's driving the narrative that is suspicious.
Yeah.
Like this is what I want you guys to watch. Like I want to know like what you guys think.
You see women and children be burned alive and dragged to the streets. But there are some serious questions here, Patrick. And let me tell you, my pattern recognition over the last 5 years has become pretty sharp. COVID, Maui fires, Epstein. When I see a story and it doesn't click, our guts are usually right. Fact is now...
I think this was the biggest video.
That man's a good speaker.
Only got revealed really and became popular after his death. I mean, people, don't get me wrong, people watched this podcast of his, millions of people. But the idea is people weren't aware of, I think, this specific
Topic,
yeah. I mean, I probably watched it and missed it. But the idea is when you see that video, just the things he said on there was so unbiased. It was just this is the truth.
That's why they say the truth cuts, man. The truth can be cutting. That's why they say the words are liquid swords, man. They're stronger than hitting somebody with a real sword, depending on what you say to somebody. You can completely take somebody out of their head for weeks or months at a time by asking them a question or telling them something about themselves that they didn't want to think about. Or you could hit them once with a bat and they'll be bruised for a week and they'll be back. So it's a wild thing, the way we can wield our words. Mm-hmm. And that man wielded his word sword pretty well, and I respected it. So I thought his death was a heck of a shame.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the whole world was surprised when that happened.
Yeah, man.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, when I first saw it, I was like my gut sank. I was like, whoa, no way. Because we were watching this guy, he's on the rise.
Yeah.
He's very popular. You see what
Young.
he's saying. He's super bass. He's young.
Yeah.
And then boom, died right in front of everybody. It was the worst possible thing. It's not like, it didn't happen behind the scenes. No, it happened in front of everybody.
Public execution, bro.
Exactly.
That's wild. That was
It's
the
almost-
first. That's biblical time type stuff, town square stoning, town square hanging.
Yeah.
Everybody
Humiliation
watched
ritual
this man
type
die.
of thing, sacrifice.
And seeing some people
And that
celebrating.
disturbed me. That video actually disturbed me.
Which one?
Video of him being shot. I was taken back in a crazy
his
way.
neck just dropped right away, dude. He was out.
Crazy.
Right there, yeah. And that's the thing is, a lot of the times, Charlie Kirk. That's the thing is, the way he was preaching Christian message too with these people was really from a very genuine intention of just having people critically think, which is what's missing, especially in college campuses. Critical thinking is what's missing, and people can't even disagree anymore. And that's what he was advocating. And I think that's part of why his movement was very different from everybody else, because a lot of the people who I know, for example, Ben Shapiro and all those guys, they usually have this very one-sided story where they are very good at talking about. But with Charlie Kirk, it was just, I'm just going to tell you how it is, and I'm going to tell you my side of it, and I just want you to think about it. And let's have a dialogue. Let's have a respectful conversation, rather than something that's oh, this is true, and if you disagree with it, you're wrong. A lot of the times he would even tell the students, he would be like, yeah, maybe you're right, or yeah,
If
that's
you
something
didn't
to
know,
think
then
about,
it's
or
good.
oh, I actually don't know about that.
And instead
So,
of
very honest.
Why did that change? Did you change it?
Oh, I changed it. Yeah.
Okay. Were you gonna say something?
Yeah, I was gonna say at least, and then he usually got people because he was so good at speaking and good at making his point and good at bringing people over to his point. If he would speak to these people and prove over and over again that these kids weren't being trained in critical thinking.
Yeah.
They were being trained in emotional argument, because if you said something that went against their talking point, instead of going, oh, why do you feel that way? They go, no, I'm not about you. You have to think like this, or else my whole world is freaking crushed down upon me, and there's nothing is real in my world if you don't tell me what I've learned from my liberal friggin' professors or my family or my friends or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Because if you're telling me this now, I can't handle it because my whole world is a lie and I need to crumble away into some corner and rebuild myself, and that's too hard. But that's what God's for.
Yeah.
That's what God's for, children.
Dude, and then take their medication right after that.
Yeah, they go pop 4 Xanaxes and sit in a corner.
And it's not like he was saying things that were unheard of. He was just simply evidence after evidence, facts after facts, scriptural stuff about all these topics, and everything. I think that's probably why things changed during the time of his debates and stuff. Like people actually started to think differently. I can say that for sure.
What else is interesting? He got shot. Now that I'm looking back at the video, when I saw that video and then they put out a post, some people were saying praying for Charlie, hope he survives. They don't know what's going on. He's in a critical situation, bro. He got shot. The moment he got shot, he was dead. Like now that I'm thinking about it, there's not a single way he could have survived that. He got shot here with a sniper. You don't survive that.
So much blood.
And you can see right away when he falls back that he's dead. Now, what I think is that they knew he was dead, and then they put this claim in the social media saying we don't know if he's dead yet. You know what I mean? Like he's in hospital, blah blah, whatever. I think they wanted because they knew people had two sides of this. Some people that liked him, some people that hated him. So they wanted people without any information to put out the theories, the conspiracy theories we call. People putting out like their own opinions about it, saying, okay, I think this guy shot him. I think it was an attack from the government, blah, blah, blah. And then guess what? Realistically, when the government would say what actually happened, it would be hidden almost. Or they didn't even need to say what actually happened. Like these people were already spreading all these lies and all their own opinions. And it's so hard to then understand, okay, which one do I believe now? It's like a whole plan now that I'm thinking about it. Like, do you guys see what I'm saying? What I'm seeing? Like that's what they wanted. They wanted the chaos. They wanted like different groups of people to say different things, what actually happened, what actually didn't happen, all this stuff. And then the government comes out and says, okay, we actually caught a person that did this.
I guess, yeah,
Like, the
that's
government
why
is
it
the
was
one that-
public.
yeah.
But
Let's real quick put ourselves in the shoes of like the people that they're actually like trying to target this man, right? They shot him in the neck. Why didn't they shoot him in the head? Why didn't they shoot him anywhere else? Like it was in the neck specifically. So either they like wanted to injure him so badly, or they literally wanted to kill him. Like asking questions like, okay, why didn't they shoot him in the head if that's the case? Like one shot, they wanted it to be so brutal.
I guess
They wanted to be
There's
brutal.
spots-
Possibly it's like, yo,
that-
shut your mouth.
Depends
I'll
on
shoot
the
you in
angle.
your windpipe.
Yeah, 100% depends on the angle. But that's like I'm thinking like start like
I think it was a
questioning
death-
those things.
I mean, nobody would shoot to injure somebody. I think they would just shoot to kill, especially when it's in the neck. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't question whether they wanted to injure him or something, or like injure him so bad that he would be paralyzed and stuff like that. I think they went for a killing shot, and
That's
happened.
what
Yeah.
happened. Yeah.
Plus, it doesn't really. Well, I would say like it doesn't really matter where you shoot someone. Like there's so many spots in. Like you can shoot someone in the neck, head, heart. You can kill them. Like even sometimes if you shoot someone in the shoulder, like you can kill them.
Oh
because
yeah, it depends on if
Right,
you
blood
hit an
loss right
artery.
away.
You can shoot someone in the thigh. You hit their femoral artery. They're gonna
Or, like,
bleed
right
out
here.
before you get them
So,
anywhere.
I feel like-
Organs. That's when you go hunting.
Doesn't
they,
matter.
They,
They
don't
kill
tell you
them.
to shoot an animal in the head. They tell you to shoot for their vital organs because that's the most like
Do
the
they?
humane way
Yeah.
to put somebody down quickly. Is like if you hit a vital organ, you go down because you can't do anything. And a head's harder to hit. This is a bigger area
Well, they
of
would-
vital organs to take care of.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know that. I know that you would typically shoot like the heart,
Heart.
the animal. Yeah. But wouldn't that also, you can say, prolong the death? They would suffer. Is there like the internal bleeding's going on?
I think. Well, yeah. I think it's very, very quick when you do a vital organ. When you pierce a vital organ, it's quick. Just like it's just like hitting an artery, hitting or whatever.
Okay. Should we move on to the different one?
I mean, yeah, we can move on to a different one. I think what's important too is the fact that there are so many different like narratives going on. You can think of another one we could touch on why I say this, but the whole idea is like common people are trying to come up with like conspiracy theories, but don't you think if the elites or the people who are trying to run these narratives, they're almost like guessing these people are gonna think of these conspiracy theories in the first place. Because I don't think they're just gonna do things recklessly, right? They're not just gonna kill Charlie Kirk and let everyone try to point their fingers at the government or like they're gonna like they know
that there are people gonna point at government.
They know people are gonna point at government and also just like at some form of conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
So they can easily write narratives or do things to make people point at something different. It's almost like a scapegoat, is that what they call that?
Scapegoat, yes.
Yeah, something like that. And so that's why it's very important to almost like not be so conclusive, especially with these things, and keep an open mind because, like I said, they're conspiracy theories, and you can only gain so much until it's like it never becomes like an actual fact, and it's unfortunate because like we'll always have this like angst like where it's like, oh, we don't necessarily like always like know 100%, but.
Before we move on, there's something you said earlier about conspiracy theory, how like it seems so obvious, but it's just like you 100% can't tangibly grab it. So I think it's like a conspiracy theory is almost like something you can't see with like your five senses. It's like if you can see it and hear it, you can't grab it. If you can grab it, you can't see it or taste it. Like it's really you can't just sink your five senses into the information and call it true. And that's why it's like so frustrating and it's so like immersive to think about because it just keeps you stimulated thinking about it. It's really crazy.
Yeah, that's why it's also easy to write off these conspiracy theories because it's not to that extent where it's like actual fact.
Yeah. So you're like, it's not completely tangible. So I can have cognitive dissonance towards it if I need to.
Yeah, what do you guys think about different planets? Like if we talk about NASA right now, right? Real quick. Do you guys think there's other planets other than Earth?
That's
Moon,
a fun one.
And Sun. Like those three. Or do you guys actually think like there's other ones too? I personally am very skeptical about other planets existing.
Well, you think
I don't really see the
you think
use-
like Venus and Mars and Mercury and Jupiter don't exist? And
I don't know.
Just
I was just thinking about it.
I don't know, bro.
That's why I want to ask you guys, like, what do you? Because when I read the Bible, I've read Genesis twice, like, back to back, and what I see there is God creating Earth as the only planet for life. That's it. He didn't create any other planets for there to be life. Now, if He created any other planet to be in the orbit for the order of our solar system, I get it. However, I just don't see those other planets doing any function as what NASA says. NASA says, okay, do we have these planets, and they are a potential for a different life when the resources are out from our Earth.
Wait, NASA says we don't know if there's other planets?
No. That's the thing.
NASA.
NASA makes
NASA.
NASA.
No,
NASA.
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 Oh, okay.
Yeah.
NASA. Yeah.
NASA.
Yeah.
You're saying nah.
Yeah.
It's
I
not.
thought
I know what
it
you say,
was
right?
NASA. Yeah. NASA.
NASA. That's it.
Okay.
NASA was like.
Yeah. Thanks for correcting me, guys.
Yeah.
I thought it was the new Nicki Minaj. I was like, yo, let me hear that.
It is, bro. That's my
that new NASA.
that's my conspiracy.
Hitting hard, bro.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So yeah, the
NASA
point I'm trying to make
created
is, for example, about Mars, right? They're saying, okay, Mars is going to be the new planet after the life on Earth is in danger, right? But you can see in Genesis, God creates Earth as the only planet for life. There's nothing about there's stars, there's the sun, right? The source of light. There's the moon. I mean, is there a moon? Yeah, there's moon. And that's it. There's nothing else.
There's a moon,
So
but
if
maybe not a landing.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Good one. And then if you see all those details that we see in the scripture on what God created for the earth to be, to have light and heat and everything, why not also mention the other planets that would be there for the support of this order and the solar
Because
system?
I don't think Bible is like a scientific book almost.
Yeah.
Like if you there's a science that studies these things and understands that, for example, the idea of how do we get different weathers, right? And all these things. When you study this what science is for, right? So I wouldn't really say like Bible has to mention that in order for it to be true. Like you have science that studies these things, and those are the fundamental things, like the other planets. I think if they come out and say, yes, there's life there, obviously that's a lie, right? But because they don't have any evidence that there is life outside of Earth. So that would be my only.
I guess what
understanding.
how about this? Let me ask you guys, like, what do you think? What purpose do other planets serve? Unless you guys think the only purpose that other planets have is to keep the order of like the gravity and stuff to separate these planets from each other, so they don't collapse when they're going around the sun. Other than that, like, what's
Okay, what if
You either have to know
real quick,
science.
what if we
All the other planets are where the fallen angels live. Duh.
No.
I'm just kidding.
now what if now Sadul, what if you were to look through a telescope and actually see a planet?
yeah?
Like another one. Like would you believe it?
Observatory in Hawaii.
Well, of course, yeah.
Because I haven't done that yet, so it's like it's almost I don't want to say I'm ignorant, but like just say that like it's like I don't know if there's planets, but I never like looked through an actual telescope to like find one. And I know that they say like certain times of the year you can see certain planets or stuff like that. I've never personally seen one.
Yeah.
I don't know what it looks like. Yet they have crystal clear.
No, there's
perfect
images.
Pictures.
There's images,
They
but
have
I don't know where that image is coming
clear,
from.
picture perfect like pictures of them.
Yeah.
They must have a big telescope
They
for
have
that,
crazy
right? Or like a big
telescopes.
crazy camera telescope.
No, they literally and they usually have a view on like these planets are just aligned like right next to one another as if it's really like that. Now I've seen some images of people seeing different planets from Earth, but I mean, look, those are just images. I haven't really.
I have a theory about
Seen
light
one in my life.
pollution, man, because like the Earth, just like we're literally like a big, beautiful blue marble in the middle of like the cosmos, bro.
Yeah.
And our ancestors and like people back before we had light pollution, like I think we're meant to be very connected to being able to look up into the cosmos because like,
Yeah, Mark.
without
we can't hear you, brother.
without all of the like the light pollution and everything, like you can look up and you can see like all the things you see on like Discovery Channel. Like you can see like the swirls of the Milky Way galaxy. You can see stars everywhere. Like if you go to Hawaii, there's an observatory, I forget the name, but you can drive like up past the stars, dude, or up past the clouds, like up through it into the sky, and you see like everything. And on that whole island is like a certain level of light pollution. They're not allowed to go above just because of that observatory.
Yeah.
But
Plus,
it's like we're meant to be very connected. It's like that's how they told time back in the day. That's how they told like a whole.
they could actually
they
tell
would
like
have-
a
that's
map.
how they-
Yeah, they would. That's how they
They
would
found out a lot of things
go
back
to
in the day
different
by
like
looking up.
places because they would tell the star. They would look at the stars and stuff. But
No, stars I don't have an
Yeah.
issue with.
no. But I'm just saying, like, how do you know? Like, well, yeah, you see it.
I mean, all of the old gods were named
if
after
anything-
planets.
If anything,
Remember?
the fact that science has studied the
Very
different
deep.
planets, that even shows that the power of God, that He can create such thing, the universe with different planets, Earth being the only one with life. You see this beauty that God created. That's how I'm looking at
Yeah.
it. So it's not for me to say, well, I'm not gonna say that science has studied this, then He's seen different planets, and for me to say, well, do they actually exist? There is no evidence that it doesn't exist. Like you can see it through a telescope, and a lot of people have done that. A lot of people have actually looked through a telescope and they see different planets.
The planets are God's infinity gems.
Hey, we can't hear you, brother.
Oh wow.
The planets are God's infinity gems. And that is blasphemy. Don't listen to me.
I mean,
Saturn.
now where's he seeing that?
Saturn's supposed to be the planet.
And we're gonna drop the video too.
Sure.
Is that Saturn with the kind of like the ring?
another one.
Neptune is the small guy right before Pluto.
Yeah, it's like to say that in this whole galaxy, in this big universe, there's only moon, sun, and Earth is also a like illogical thing to say, right?
And there's
Like
also
now that
other
I'm thinking about it.
galaxies that have whole
Yeah, like-
other solar
Yeah, I
systems
know.
and
I
have
guess, yeah.
like
Yeah.
more planets. And they say that like in other galaxies there should be like an Earth too, where like everything's happening to us, but in like a different way.
Yeah.
Like that's what
Like,
they
the
try
fact
to say.
that
It's
the
like,
fact that
prove it.
ocean is so big that they only have discovered what like very low percentage of
10%.
Yeah, 10% of it. even shows the idea that there's an infinite God out there who created all these things, and it is so limited for us to know these things. You know what I mean? So I feel like this is just this just gives you an idea that there is a God out there that created all these things that you cannot grasp.
If there is
for sure.
aliens,
For sure.
I think the aliens are under the ocean, not above in the sky.
Who are the aliens?
I don't know, but
the aliens
Yo,
he's
yo.
saying aliens, maybe
We
it's
can
just
get into
life
another one.
forms and entities which we haven't come in contact with and we just don't know about because our technology didn't enable us to get
aliens
to
don't
them.
exist.
No, yo,
I can say
so
that for
look what he said. Another thing
We
that we could
can
talk
go
about
back to
is
that.
the idea with like aliens in Area like 51, right?
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
that's so classic, right? Because like growing up, like as a kid, like you watch movies or shows and talk about aliens, like the green people with the big weird
Spaceship.
eyes, weird shaped heads.
I thought
And,
aliens cut your grass.
Oh yeah, they do.
Yes, they do. They do. Depends what you're alien talking about, but the whole idea with
alien's
like
a wide word. Very wide.
yeah, and like
what kind
honestly,
of
it used to
alien?
creep me out to think about like, oh, what if aliens? What if like these beings came down from space and conquered the world? And it's just like once you actually get biblical, it doesn't seem too hot. It doesn't look too hot.
Yeah.
Oh, I got
Now,
a great
say something.
conspiracy
Now,
for
see,
you guys, bro.
This is another
just
thing
made me think about
that
it.
I would actually connect this with the Bible. Bible clearly shows what God created as a creation that He gave life to, and none of it is mentioned other than animals and humans, as far as I'm concerned.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And like obviously.
No, yeah, none of this is
the-
mentioned.
you know, the
We're
trees
supposed to be
and
the
fruit,
stewards over
flowers
the
and all that stuff.
animals and everything of this earth.
Yeah.
But I think you know how like they say they're trying to go towards a one world government. Like that's what they're trying to do.
It's the New World Order.
Yes, the New World Order, one world government. They say all of our military, CIA, all of their new things that they build, new weapons, new aircrafts, new vehicles. They try to make them look like alien type things, like things we'd see in the movies growing up. They try to make them look that way because a theory that I heard that I thought is interesting is they're trying to say, yes, aliens are going to attack us, Earthlings sometime soon, and that'll be the thing that'll bring us together as a global unit. So they might even fake aliens coming to attack us just to be able to take control of the world in that way.
Yeah, this just
You know
sounds
what
like
I mean?
Antichrist.
Yeah, they're trying to be like, oh, yo, this is happening, even though it's like they're construing it just so they get everybody to give up their power to be protected. And
Yeah.
all of a sudden, we got universal basic income on a one world government and nobody can buy meat because their bank accounts have been shut down because everybody has given up all their power to the government to protect them from the aliens.
Yeah.
So that's a funny conspiracy.
It's funny, but also too, it's like you see like it's I think it all starts through like the programming of like TVs and shows, like how they precondition us to like believe certain things and expect things in the future.
Yeah.
Right. They expect you to think about like that, like what you just said. Oh, aliens are gonna come and invade, or or like robots, like anything like
Terminator.
cybernetic and just like super advanced. Like they almost like are preconditioning us, or even like I think with just how graphic and like sexual the world can be, like violence and how sexual things can be through like social media, movies, TV shows are
Being
like preconditioning
normalized.
us to be degenerates. And like and almost desensitizing us to the fact that like we're sinning, like this stuff is degenerate, blah blah
Yep.
blah. Like they make it seem normal.
And it's baseline sin. They're like, yo, this is just baseline sin. Don't worry about it. Everybody sins like this. Not to be worried about, but this is the devil's world, and people need to realize that. So what is normal to get on, like to get along in this world, is not for God. God doesn't like that for you, and it's being harder and harder. The more technology and the more culture and the more people are being pushed into this world as it grows, it's harder to find the path of the narrow, man. So you really have to
That's why you have to never
practice
lose
and
the
pray,
focus
and
on
you have
God,
to
right?
read the word, and you have to really know how to discern good from evil in this world, because the lines are being more blurred by the minute recently, it's seeming.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it says theological purpose reflects God's order and glory from Psalms 8, 3 through 4. Serves practical purposes, time, seasons, navigation, point to God's sovereignty over the universe, and reminds humanity of God's majesty and the vastness of creation. So yeah, I do see where you were coming from with the planets and everything. I just wanted to bring it up. I don't know, it was funny. It's
good to ask questions about this stuff and think about it.
Plus, like, dude, I feel like even like when we said, like before we started talking about the stuff, the conspiracy theory, I think there is still very, very strong facts, right? That we can know that if whatever they're saying about certain thing, like for example, landing on the moon, I think there's a strong evidence that points to that it's false, right?
Right.
Just look at it, bro.
Yeah,
Just look at it.
exactly. And then another thing with Charlie Kirk's death, how there's different people saying different opinions, and then there's a strong evidence. Somebody who was in the military talks about these things. I mean, who am I going to trust? Someone that just posts a video on a random account, talks about, oh, he got shot this way, blah, blah, versus a military guy who's talking about these things and telling people, do not fall for the lie that they're telling you. It couldn't have been from here. It has to be from here, blah, blah, blah. Now, I have this two strong evidence, right? The other one is also strong evidence because there's a lot of people posting that. Which one do I trust, right? You have to, that's why as a human, you have to be able to
go after credible evidence.
Distinguish between what the devil is trying to lie and then what it actually is the truth. If you can't discern those two, you're always going to be confused. Mm-hmm. That's why God gives us that ability to discern good and bad and discern truth from lies. Yeah. And to a point, everybody gets to that point where now they're able to know if this is actually what God wants you to do or not. And because some people reject that and still follow their hearts, it happens out that they say, okay, God doesn't exist. All these bad things happen, blah, 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 blah. And then they get lost. That is exactly what the devil wants you to think. Mm-hmm. But if you don't let yourself be emotionally hurt and emotionally controlled, right? All these things, conspiracy theories, for me, it's an emotional way to control me. Guess what I do? I scroll. That's not important for me. At the end of the day, when I die, I don't have to go to God and be like, okay, what they said about Charlie Kirk, was it true or not? I don't care about that. My only focus with it is that I meet with my creator. Yeah. With anybody, this has got to be the goal. So when we focus less on these stupid things, I would really call, that shouldn't be our focus. That's what actually gets us lost from the truth. That's what they want.
That's exactly what they want.
That's how I see
Who's
it.
they?
Who is that?
People that are lost in their own thoughts and they think
Who
they're
is
smart.
they? The people of this world, the stewards of earth, the people that said, you know what? I am down with material. I am down with this world. Yeah. Everything that makes your life easy to walk through this world is usually pretty ungodly. I've noticed that, like, if you live a godly life, you're living a life, you're straining through your life, and you're seeing the evils of this world more firsthand because they're happening to you because you're just actively going against them. And when you're actively going against the grain, and the grain of this world is evil, this is the devil's world. If you stay with earthly things, your time on this earth will be easy.
And you'll stay with the earthly things, and you might lose the reward that is in heaven.
Yes,
and that's a truth reality with
you don't
anybody,
help people,
even with a
you
Christian.
Don't help yourself. You're not going to be an inspiration. You're just going to be another bump on the log, just saying like, oh, give me what's mine in this world so I can control it and maybe control some more other people and be a miser and be everything.
I think even the message when the gospel says that when a man tries to gain the whole world, they lose everything. So that's what God means in a deeper sense. Or soul, like that. When a man tries to discover and be in this power to understand about this world that is not important, right? That's when you lose your soul. Like
this
you start to believe,
wants you
start
to
to believe everything.
Yourself, man.
Yeah, you start to believe everything. And I mean, a finite mind like us cannot grasp. I mean, not like bits of it. Like really, we can't. Yeah. So when we try to do that, I feel like that's when we get lost. That's not our purpose. So we're like actually like we're just taking ourselves away from the purpose.
We have to be our cog that we have to be in the gears of the machine towards good. We're either conditioned into a cog for the machine of good or a cog for the machine of the world, whether it's evil or bad or just is. And you're either pushing that forward unconsciously or you're consciously working towards the good, which is the war, and it's a hard fight, and your flesh is stripped from your bones as you're doing it instead of being pampered and washed clean. Like if you're working for the devil and you have all the money, you'll be masseused your whole life. You'll be loved your whole life. You'll be worshipped. You'll be yes man to anything that you say, almost like how AI does for a person. AI will agree with you and want you to think good about yourself, or like it'll tell you what you want to hear. And everything in this world will tell you what you want to hear if you're on that thing. But if you're on a path towards faith or a path towards truth, you're going to hear everything you don't want to hear over and over again. And how you deal with that is the discipline that you build up throughout your
God
life.
gives you that discipline.
Yes.
Yep.
If you're blessed with that, you are. It's a blessing. It's just a blessing. It's a tough blessing.
Yeah, I think I agree with Georgie here. How like all this can really be a distraction from what's like really important, because it's almost like drama. Like you look at drama and it's like takes you away from like your own life, and you actually have responsibilities. You have a purpose. You have things that are a lot more important than either conspiracies, drama, just like things that are just like noise in the back of your mind.
Right.
It's like you can only do so much too. It's like from a political perspective, like the reason I don't take much part in that is because there's only so much that I can personally control.
Right.
Unless like I'm like actually like on the front end of that, like fighting those types of battles, like the people who are actually like the politicians, the people who are like
But
trying
even
to do those
then,
movements.
right? Even then, it's
Like it's like even then, like, and I actually do respect people who like try to do movements, right? Who try to actually like create an impact, right? But it's not for everybody, and it shouldn't be for everybody at all. People have their own families they need to take care of. They need to forgive people. They need to know God more. They need to get right with themselves in their own life before they start focusing on like what is happening in the world. Oh my gosh, like something's happening with some like famous people, like celebrities. Like, oh, what's happening in their life? Oh, this person cheated on this person. It's like, who cares? Like who actually cares? And to some extent, like, yeah, it's okay to know what's going on in the world, but not really. I mean, to some extent, sure, but some things you don't need to know. You don't really need to know what's happening in everybody's life.
And their celebrities are so lost that they think like people will pay them to try to to sway public opinion, and they think them getting on their platform like they're doing something. They're like, vote for this person, or don't think like this, or go fund me towards this or whatever. It's like they think they just have this influence, and it's so important, and it's like, nah, dude.
And like I realized too, it's like you can't really cancel people either, because at the end of the day, you can just literally turn off your phone. It's like, how are you canceled? You're just living your life. And I think social media, like it paints this like huge picture that like social media is like this whole entire new world that like is not real. It's a lot of it isn't even real, and you only see the good parts and the drama and the feeling parts and like all the emotional side of things. You don't really see the mundane, the boring stuff, because no one wants to watch that. That's not hype. That's not like dopaminergic.
Everything is fake and gay now.
What?
Everything in the world is fake and gay.
Everything.
We didn't hear it.
Fake and gay.
fake and happy.
Oh, okay. I get
Everything
it.
online is
Have your mic
fake
straight
and gay.
facing you, my man.
Fake and gay.
Now we heard it.
I've never heard of that term. Yeah, that's funny.
That's actually one thing that Candace says that I always like. She goes,
Oh, she says that?
How come everything is just turned fake? Like that's something that her and Charlie were talking about. Like if it seems fake and gay, it's fake and gay. That's what the whole world is turning fake and gay.
You get what he's saying?
Through the phone.
Fake and gay, like fake and happy, right?
Yeah,
Fake and happy?
Fake and happy, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Artificially happy.
Did you think he was saying?
No,
fake?
he's saying something
Okay.
like, I don't think they get what you're saying.
Yeah, like it's fake and gay.
Yeah, like it's fake, and then at the same time it's gay, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, what
everything
else am I
is
supposed to
fake
get?
and gay.
Okay.
Wait, what do you think?
I thought you were saying that to say like the F word.
No.
And they sound like for it to sound like the
Oh.
F word.
No,
It's
just
effing.
everything's fake and gay. Like,
Oh,
just
okay.
everything.
It's just straight up how like
And
what the word means.
especially
They're
going
just trying to
forward
sound
now
like
that
something.
now that AI is like coming together. It's like people used to be fake just like putting filters on their pictures or posting things with the illusion that, yes, I'm this happy all the time, or this is the way that this is the way I get down, or this is the way I always am in my life. It's like, no, you're posting highlights of your world, trying to deceive people that you're so much more important or so much more accomplished or whatever it may be. So it's now AI, you can just completely fake something. You say, I just want to see this, and then you'll throw it up. And so many people are being just completely deceived by these things.
Another thing is sometimes we, because of these things that we try to focus on and knowing like what actually happened, like, right, somebody wants to really know what actually happened to Charlie Kirk, why he died, who actually killed him, why did they want to kill him, was he a real Christian, was he not a real Christian, all these things.
The lizard people.
All these things you don't have to really know, because the thing that God teaches us is that we need to not worry about things too much, right? Because when you worry about things too much and you want to know too much, you start to go crazy. Meaning,
absolutely,
you start to then not even know, like, what do you believe?
Nope.
That has happened to me. I've gotten to a point where I try to focus on the things that was put in front of me on social media and try to study it too much, understand it too much. And I've gotten to the point where now I'm starting to not go crazy, but I'm starting to go, okay, I doubt this, I doubt that. But then when I ask myself, like, what is your evidence on doubting this? But then I don't have any answers. Okay, then I understand that I'm now going too far with it. And I need to hold back. And I need to stop focusing on why this person is dying, what is happening,
right?
Blah, 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 blah. I don't care about that stuff. I need to focus on my life, repentance, loving God, listening to God, and everything else will take care of itself because I trust in God. So I think that's the most important part.
You just made me think of a crazy good point of their.
That's why you took the head off?
Like humans.
Were you 2 hats on?
Just always. I'm always
Were you
ready.
twats
I'm
on
ready
the
for the warm.
Yeah.
I'm ready to be styling. I'm always ready, bro.
Yeah, that's good.
Wow,
ready for
like
it.
I didn't even know you had 2 hats. There was just 1 hat.
It's just,
Right?
Oh, did you not see the cap?
Yeah,
Dude,
I did see it, but I just like
perfect
didn't think
over
about it.
other
Right?
hats,
I think
and I'm just ready
you're
for the
faking me
world,
out.
bro.
I thought
You're
it was
faking
part
gay.
of that hat. You
Hey,
thought that too?
See, I'm just faking gay like everything else. But so humans have a bandwidth, bro, just like a computer. Like you can only really like retain and hold so many things. So if you're just filling your brain up with all of this stuff that they're shooting at you all the time, you can never just stop and focus on the goals and the things that are important for you to move forward or better yourself. And so it's a very important point you just made.
Yeah.
It's always like the
Bandwidth.
next thing, like a new show, a new song, a new drama. It's
New
just
whatever,
it's
next
endless.
whatever.
New information. It's literally endless. And like the more that that's why people are so much more overstimulated. Like their brain is just. That's why more people have ADHD. They're just like they're like rabbits. They're like they're squirrels looking for the next nut. You know what I'm saying? Like they're just like on to the next, on to the next.
Yes.
And they can't seem to focus because, I mean, we're at this point we're like just conditioned, to just like be used to just like gaining novelty in our life, like what's new, what's fresh, gaining that sense of excitement of something new. But people used to have to go years with like while trying to gain that. They were like, let's just say like no phones, right? They used to have to wait to receive a mailing from somebody to see like what someone's up to, or like
Yeah.
And that's real patience right there, right?
That's so patient, right? And
right now, it's like you text a friend and then you refresh your page every time. Oh, did he text me?
yeah, like we could
Here's
literally
a
go on.
conspiracy, bro. I think dating apps are doing the opposite of what they're supposed to do, dude. I think dating apps are completely like destroying young people or just people in general, because it's like back in the day, like there would be a town, there would be like so many dudes and so many girls, and it'd be like, all right, like you had a choice between like the farmer's daughter up the street, the one chick from school, or whatever it may be, the general store's daughter, the general store dude that owns the general store's daughter, whatever. And you just like, but now all these girls have all of these different choices all on their phone, so they're never committed to one person. They're just like, all right,
And they always
I'm
try
gonna
to
go
look
out
at,
on a
okay,
date.
who's better? Who has more money?
Yeah, if
Who's,
I
who
get
has a
one
better
ick,
hair?
it's always it's another game. So no one's ever gonna settle and just try to work at things, because anything that's worth anything, you got to work at, and you got to work through issues and work through things and grow with somebody. No, if you're able to always know that you have another option, so like you said, somebody with more money, somebody with more affluence, whatever it may be, you can just move forward. So for the women, they're like, yes, I can just, I got the ick, one thing from this person, the ick, I'm gonna move on. Or these dudes know, like, oh, I'm not even gonna put in that much effort because this chick's just gonna do what I just said or whatever. So it's like a bunch of people are like playing mental chess with people for no reason
And it's a
when they
circle
can
of
just
hate.
be real and really think about and talk about these things that they're obviously feeling inside, but no one does that, man.
And you know
I
what?
think
You know
it's
what's crazy?
ruining it.
Then it creates a circle of hate when somebody says, "Okay, I actually downloaded this app. I met this guy. His profile seemed good, and then he was actually this and this." And then a guy's gonna come out and say the same thing, and now people are just gonna sit down and say, "Well, like, what is the point of family? Like, I'm not gonna find a good girl because this guy had this experience. This girl had the same experience." And then you're just like trying to have this, like, I guess, this imagination in your head where you're gonna have to meet up someone perfect versus working to perfect each other.
Yeah, and perfect doesn't work. Perfect
exactly
is
doesn't-
meeting somebody
You're
flawed.
not perfect. How are you gonna find someone that's
Yeah,
perfect? Like,
you're
what
flawed.
Are you,
You
saying?
meet somebody flawed, and you guys grow together and pick up each other's slack and you know, have
Help each
empathy
other
when
carry
somebody
the cross.
falls.
And that's true
it's
love right there.
You know,
Yeah.
you get married. You know, just like till death do you part.
Yeah.
In sickness and in health.
You know,
in
I think
happiness and in sadness. You work with that person.
Well said. Yeah.
in the 21st century
That
too,
bothers
it's
me, the dating
it's
apps.
like we have such a privilege and a luxury to be able to have types. Like what's your type in a girl? It's like we have
Healthy
the-
with a vagina. Thank you. That's it.
No. I'm not going there. I'm not going there. But no, I was gonna say it's like we can be so specific to like what we want.
Yeah.
Like be like, oh, she needs to have nice eyes, long hair. She needs to like all these different things. She needs to. It's like, who are you? Like to say like you get to choose and find
Set
that
such
that
a standard.
Set such a standard when. And the only reason people have those types of standards nowadays is because of the wide selection and variety of people that
Yeah.
they can just choose
Very
from.
true.
Like you could somewhat find that person all the way across the country or in another like
I think
part
we
of the
just
world.
broke into something big here.
I think they just don't understand
Yeah.
the deep picture of family and love. Like, they think love is just someone you meet and then boom, like all of a sudden this bond, like this love, all of a sudden just appeared out of nowhere, and that is the person. Versus love is practiced. It's a process of loving somebody unconditionally. That's what it is. Like, Christianity teaches unconditional love, not conditional love. Because if you go with loving someone conditionally, you'll never be able to love someone, because there's always going to be a man, always a woman that's going to fail you. You yourself will fail somebody else.
And you'll fail you yourself.
Exactly. So therefore, for that reason, you'll have to come and say, I can't love someone, right? If you go that logic of conditional love.
Yeah.
Now, what Christ teaches is the unconditional love, right?
Remember we talked
Yeah.
about this cross at one time on this podcast? Like, people
Yeah.
think this is hate. This actually means I love you unconditionally.
Exactly,
no matter what you
unconditional
are.
love.
Yeah.
That when you don't deserve it, you still love them. When you don't deserve it, you expect them to also love you, because you understand that I make mistake and this person can also make mistake. Therefore, how do we help each other? How do we love
in
like
harmony.
Christ did? You know what I mean? And when you start to think about these things, then you start to understand family and love is attained through a process, right? Not
Yes.
through an one-time thing and then like it just creates and it happens. It's not like that.
Yeah.
And I think that's what people lost. If they knew this, I don't think there would be a problem with a divorce rate or divorce rates going up or anything.
And here's the problem. People are walking around so damn frustrated because they do know this deep down and just won't acknowledge it. So they know what the problem is. They know why their heart is like unrested. But they're like, I can't, because society's telling me I need to move like this. And if I stop and I don't listen to society, I'm gonna judge myself and be judged, even though you really society go, wow, good for her. She's lucky and stopped, or he's lucky and stopped and found what they wanted. It's like, it's weird.
It's like,
Society
you know
doesn't
how there's
want
like
you
a
to
truth
stop.
and then you're trying to like neglect the truth. And then when you think that if you neglect the truth, you'll find the truth somewhere else when it's already sitting here.
right in front of you.
It's sitting right in front of you. You're trying to look here. Obviously, you can't find it. So you got to see it where it is and take it where it is.
Yep.
not like look at somewhere else.
You got to grab a brass ring when it's presented to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Got to.
It's hard, man. It's hard.
It's harder than
too.
almost anything, I think.
Yo, do you guys also see like this
See your
conspiracy?
beautiful face.
Your handsome face. We just me and Christian just glaze each other up for the rest of the episode.
Yeah.
Guys,
You're going to be a
stop.
donut soon, baby.
Yeah, I can do it. I can do it though.
Yeah.
So what I was saying is, as part of how I see some stuff happening in the media is purely for attention, so people get distracted, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, we already said this. And the more people get distracted, the less they think about the things that are actually important, right? So, like, I mean, there's always bad things happening. There's always things happening that really shouldn't happen. There's always things that happen that makes you question, okay, what's the truth behind all of this? And I think, like, some people go way beyond the point of being so conditioned to care about other people's lives and other people's businesses. For example, even being too politically involved with politics, right?
Sure.
Is I think what we talked about in our old episode with, I think it's Philippians, when Paul says, mind your own business, right? And, it comes from the Bible, minding your own business. So I think that's what I personally see too. People who are usually involved with politics too much and just watch too much TV and are just so involved with what's going on in everybody's lives don't seem to have much going on in their lives. I mean, really. And if they do, they don't think critically about what could be the truth. They just take what's presented to them from, watching television and stuff. That's why I want to go to 9/11. I think that was probably the biggest one.
Yo,
That
that one
has
has
to
to
do
do
with
with
attention.
attention too.
Transition, bro. that was amazing. You're like, that's why I want to go to 9/11.
Oh, I thought you were talking about a verse. Hooking.
Oh, no.
Oh, you like 9/11.
No, 9/11.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Because you said Philippians and then you said
go. Yeah.
9/11. You said you want to go to
Now I want to
9/11.
go to Philippines 9/11 actually.
Heck of a transition there.
Okay, I get it now. Am I behind? Why am I like behind?
okay, man.
Today.
Nah, dude.
No,
you're
you
good.
guys probably
You're
didn't see it coming. I don't know.
Or
Was it good?
you're
Yeah,
ahead.
you crashed
Yeah.
and burned right into me.
That's not what he meant though, right?
What? That's not what he meant, but I want to see what 9/11 is. Philippines 9/11.
But I mean, which verse is it when
was just an
Oh, there
airplane?
is no 9/11.
It doesn't go that far.
Okay, let's do one. No.
9 to 11.
All right, yeah, that's
could
good.
be First Corinthians.
Let's see. Okay, and this is my prayer that you love me. Wait, stop.
Yo, what if I just took this
Christian,
hat
stop.
off and I had a yarmulke underneath? No, it's another hat. No, I'm just gonna
And I just keep going.
I don't know what I would do, dude.
Let's see.
you lose it.
I'd lose. I'd actually lose it.
All right, let me
Sorry,
read
sorry.
Philippians 1:9-11, and this is my prayer that your love may abound more and more in knowledge and depth of insight, so that you may be able to discern what is best and may be pure and blameless for the day of Christ, filled with the fruit of righteousness that comes through Jesus Christ to the glory and praise of God. Amen.
Amen.
Yeah, that's actually fit
Quarter of the
perfect.
day.
Yeah,
We
let's,
should have
let's
done. We should have done 9/11 for the quarter of the day, like some sort of. Nah, it's fine.
So-
Anyways,
not going that
What do you
far.
guys? What do you
Yeah,
guys
yeah.
think about like 9/11? Do you think
Okay.
it had anything to do with the U.S. being involved in the attack or being aware of it and let it happen, so to speak, for some some change in their
I'll say one
political and economical system?
Yeah, I think so. Some part of it for sure.
If a plane,
Because what a tragedy, right?
Yeah.
For America
one
to
of
know
the
that.
biggest tragedies, if a plane hit the top of a building right up here, and then how come it just
Collapsed.
blows up and collapses right down like a friggin' Lego piece all the way into the ground straight.
Like you're
Wouldn't it
taking
go
out the bottom,
brrr?
right?
Yeah.
And people that know physics,
That's why
they
people
explain
say
that.
that there's like C4 or something in the bottom. Like somebody already had explosives in the bottom, and then the plane hit,
Yeah.
and then like
'Cause you
over
guys are
that's
aware-
boom, boom.
Yeah, you guys are aware that like, I
That's
think
the
two
conspiracy.
or 3 years, 3 years before 9/11, they tried blowing up the what's it called, the World Trade Center, right? They just
believe
failed
so,
to.
yeah.
They injured like 1,000 people, killed about 40 some people. I just searched it up and
'Cause that was in
they
other
tried
songs
to
as
exactly.
well,
They
too.
already tried to take down the World Trade Center, and they couldn't. So then they did attacked with the planes. And plus,
strange. At the same time, they also say
How-
that it was a
That's
terrorist
why
attack.
how were the planes
Biggie had
hijacked
the
too,
song
right?
where he said "blow up like the World Trade," and it was before 9/11.
Really?
Yeah.
What song?
It's in one of Biggie's songs on
Biggie.
the Ready to Die album. But
Biggie was wild.
Yeah, like you see, when Mike's searching it up, it says that it was a terrorist attack. It's like you have two
People-
sides of this. So
No, it
There's
was.
a couple of things.
it was.
There was a terrorist attack. That was it. That's what it was concluded as.
Yeah.
But people
juicy.
people say that elements of the U.S. government allowed or orchestrated the attacks to justify war, surveillance, or power expansion. Some people claim that the towers fell too neatly and are
That's what I'm
and
saying.
at near free fall speed. That's what you were saying. They say the Pentagon wasn't hit by a plane but by a missile.
Interesting.
They say people made huge profits through insider trading, suggesting foreknowledge of things. They claim that
As
Saudi
always.
Arabia, Israel, and or Pakistan had foreknowledge of the involvement in it. I'm just reading off of what GBT saying, but of course GBT I think is going to be biased on this stuff.
Osama bin Laden.
like the idea with like
No, it's just
if-
giving you
if they have
history
this-
by the looks of it. That's all it's really
Well,
doing.
no, what I just
But it's
said
a
right there
theory that
is
it was a missile.
theories.
We
They're different-
obviously know it was a plane.
But the-
just as obviously we know that he collapsed and he didn't just fall. So these things we know.
So the actual conclusion that what the government said and investigation said is that Al Qaeda, led by Osama bin Laden, planned and executed the attacks. Right? We all know this, we all claim to have known. You would have told us what?
The people
Right?
in the plane that flew it were trained. in
Christian, we can't hear you,
American
brother.
base. In Arizona.
Microphone.
I believe they. If
You're
I'm
right.
not wrong,
Yeah.
I think it's Arizona. They were trained on how to
Fly the plane.
how to
not to
make
land
a plane take off, but they never trained on how to land a plane, which is hilariously true.
And so
It is true.
So it
It's a
says
fact.
Hilariously true.
So it says that 19 hijackers took control of 4 planes. 2 of them hit the World Trade Center.
Yeah.
1 hit the Pentagon and 1 just crashed in PA. The towers collapsed due to structural damage plus prolonged fires, which weakened the steel. That's what they claim. And intelligence failures occurred, but no evidence of inside orchestration. Like intelligence fail. Like people didn't see it coming, maybe because of some failure with technology or something like that. But four
Like, how
planes.
does Central Intelligence
4
not
planes.
know this, right?
4
4 planes
yeah.
being hijacked.
4 planes, 19 were
Same
hijacked.
day.
And it was so at the same time and so construed.
Yeah, same time,
it's
4
crazy.
planes.
When I watched the documentary on
crazy.
Netflix, this is how it starts.
You're
It
gonna
starts,
get kicked out if you don't talk into the mic, bro.
I ain't scared of you, bro. I ain't scared.
We're done. We're done. He getting out,
Dude,
Gonna get
have you
kicked
guys seen
Yo,
the
you know I'm a
documentary?
black belt in judo.
Oh, really?
No. I'm just a mirror.
Have you guys seen the documentary on Netflix about 9/11?
No, you have though.
Yeah, I
You have,
watched
though.
it. Yeah, I watched it. And
You
when
would turn me
it
into
first
a pretzel.
when it began, this is how it starts. It starts with the cameras recording both of the towers, and the firefighters are there, the policemen, and everything. And then you just see the plane crashing the tower. Everything's being rolled on tape while this is happening. This is why I say they must have seen it coming. Now, whether that was, them allowing it, which I do think that they did to some extent, they allowed it for political and economical reasons. So, look, why are you even recording in the streets of Manhattan to see the buildings being about to be crashed by a plane?
Especially
It's
back
weird.
then, like maybe if it was nowadays, it would be a lot less weird because there's cameras
Yeah.
everywhere. There wasn't cameras like nowadays.
Wait, what
back
if?
then?
No,
like
that's
everywhere.
I don't think that's the point. It's just like you're recording
Yeah,
the
it's
towers,
set up, ready to
and you
go.
know when it's gonna happen and all that stuff. So there must have been
I never thought about that. That's
for
smart.
foretelling of this event happening because of the political reasons. So all of this was all led up to 9/11. It wasn't anything that just came out of nowhere, as they say it.
But who was recording though? 'Cause
What?
You
Media.
were also telling me there's like Jewish
Media.
people that were recording it or something. You also mentioned something
Ashkenazi?
like that.
No, that's a different story.
Because you
that's
know what
also
it could
interesting.
Because you know it's
I
another
saw the Jew crow in front of the one frame.
you know what's another
wind.
what's another theory with that I have is because when they had the firefighters and what did you say? What else? Who else was there?
Ambulance.
There was ambulance. There was
Just
firefighters,
police officers.
yeah,
Ambulance.
everybody. Maybe they heard the threat coming in, from the terrorist groups that attacked, right? And then they were preparing for it.
No,
But there's, like,
that's
two
true.
theories on
No,
the sides of
that's
it.
the thing. It's not
But then-
false. I'm just saying that for people to say, "Oh, it was such a random accident," and it was out of nowhere, people didn't expect it. I mean, who are you talking about? Are you talking about regular people who didn't expect it? Sure, but are we talking about the CIA not expecting it, the president not expecting it? I mean, that's not true. They just didn't, make this awareness in people's eyes. Look, this is what I read
I think
about
it's
it, right?
so funny. The chronological order of our conspiracies. It's good.
Yeah, you think
Landing on the 9/11 at the end is so funny to me. I'm still reveling in it. Okay.
so?
Stop interrupting, Christian. Let him speak.
Okay, so the political and ideological motivation was Al Qaeda opposed U.S. foreign policy in the Middle East, especially a military presence in Saudi Arabia and support for Israel. The attack was intended as a statement against these policies. And then, so I questioned ChatGPT, why didn't they rebuild the Twin Towers, right? Because it was such a big fall, and you would think that it's two of the biggest buildings in New York, World Trade Center. Why would they not rebuild it, right? It says, for memorial and respect purposes, security concerns, because, if they rebuild it again, there might be, another attack and stuff like that, right? And also, look what it says. Additional buildings and public spaces were designed to improve traffic flow, parks, and public access. Reconstructing Twin Towers of identical size would have been extremely expensive and complicated, especially with stricter modern building codes and everything.
There's
So
probably,
It probably
a
did
lot
affect-
more room to work with. When they put them
It
up
probably affected
originally.
America's economy too, right? When that happened.
yeah, it
Yeah,
was a
100%.
World Trade Center.
Dude, they blew up the World
World
Trade
Trade
Center.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5 years
It was
later,
a
we went into
global.
the
So
recession.
it's like trading is almost like you're trading stocks, you're trading like companies, investments,
Globally.
like global, like
Yeah.
the World Trade Center. So it's like one of the things was that the claim was that they like the traders like had like inside knowledge of something or something like that,
Yeah. So did that
and so that's why they attacked it. Or
That's why
That's what
they
I'm saying.
get on
There's two
Nancy
stories of that,
Pelosi
so
and
it's
them
weird.
so bad because like Nancy Pelosi is like she's like a multi-millionaire and she's been in the Senate forever, but she has the salary of like $170,000 a year. But you're a multi-millionaire because you bet on inside trading and get your husband to bet on inside trading because you hear about things that are going to happen while you're in the Senate meetings. You say, oh, this is going to happen. So all these businesses are about to go out of business. So put all your money in these businesses and their competitors because I know tomorrow all these are going to go out of business and all this shit's going to shoot up. And that's what they're trying to make illegal because all these senators get crazy wealthy doing this. And we sit here with,
It's like I think it's both of the sides. I think the American people, or at least in the government, because you have to understand, like, because they're in government doesn't mean they're always on the same side. They're not
Right,
always
of
on the
course.
same page. So either it was like also within the government allowing it to happen without part of the government knowing it, and then it's also that fact other people outside of it knowing that it's strong creates this strong economy in America. Why don't we break it down? So it's within this agreements of political powers from both sides coming from whatever countries it may be. I mean, I'm not too educated, so I don't want to like throw. But ones that I would probably say is like Israel, America, probably. Yeah. Like the ones that I would say.
of course, because
But-
the attack was from Islam.
And that too.
In America's
that it
allies
was
with
a
Israel.
terrorist group. As far as the information has gone out, that it was a Islam terrorist attack.
Yeah.
But those are the theories. Either it was from just one side, America, or the different country, or it was within both of the political powers trying to take down something that was going to have a big effect.
Right.
No wonder why they didn't build it again, right? It's sketchy. It is.
So look,
most things like that are pretty sketchy, bro.
Yeah. Always. You said this too earlier, I think. The big topics, it's never fully informed.
It's never going to be clean. It's never
Even
gonna
though
have
if you
sanded
think
edges.
about it, when a big when something big happens, it's easier to investigate what actually happened than something small that nobody has seen. You understand? For me, at least.
Yeah.
You have a World Trade Center. You don't know what happened. Come on.
Yeah. And no one
They're
ever
also
will.
saying a lot of money went was deposited somewhere. I think millions, billions of dollars, and they don't know where that money went. At least they're saying like we don't know where the transaction actually.
For them to
took
hire
place,
somebody
but-
to do this, probably. I don't know. It's so sketchy.
The thing is too, the owner of that, I think the World Trade Center, he wasn't there that day. He would go to work every single day. He didn't go to work that single day. He didn't go to work.
Really, they say that?
That one day, yeah, he just didn't go to work.
Bro, they know exactly who's entering the building, who's coming out of the building. They know who's like in the airport. They have information of which plane takes off, which plane
never
does
knew
not
that,
land,
Mikey.
and all these things.
he wasn't
They know these things, and then for them to say we actually don't know exactly what happened, you just don't want to say it. It's that simple. Because they don't want to create this bad name in America in the government that a government somehow part of the government allowed it to happen.
That's exactly why
They don't
we
wanna
don't have the
expose
Epstein
themselves.
list. They have the Epstein list. They know everything about it. But Trump's literally said like, "Oh, the things I've seen on that will ruin everything. That will make no one trust anybody anymore." So it's like, why would you put that? But it's like, yo, if you have something like that, don't even get me started on the Epstein list. That's crazy.
Yeah. So
I want to know who's touching these kids, bro. I don't like that. Jesus says, "Do not mess with the babes." I'm paraphrasing. I paraphrase Jesus. It's fine.
Yeah.
But listen,
Yeah.
You
Don't
do
get
not-
Christian mad.
do not mess with the babes.
I do not
man.
want to mess with you. Like, I do not.
Not the babes.
Not the babes. And
you
you.
get a millstone wrapped
Unless-
around your
unless
neck
a
and
man-
you'll be sunk to the bottom of the ocean.
Remember what Jesus also said? Unless
Yes.
you become like children, you will not enter the kingdom of God.
Yeah.
We need to become innocent.
Why
We
do you
need
think
to
I
become
play so
obedient.
much?
What?
Why do you think I play so much?
Video games?
No, just play.
Oh,
Just be playing with y'all.
Yeah.
yeah. You're like, you're like a man. We're like little kids, and you're treating us like.
I'm a real man, boy.
So this is why I said
I mean it by age.
So this is why I said about the attention of Al Qaeda, right? And I think that was the whole goal of it. They wanted the attention, so they would spread their propaganda and the message of what they were going to do. So look, it was founded in the late 1980s by Osama bin Laden and other jihadists after the Soviet-Afghan War. Established a global Islamist movement and attacked countries seen as interfering in Muslim lands, especially the United States and its allies. So Israel, right? Its allies. And obviously they were anti-Western, anti-US, anti-Israel, promoted violent hijab as means to achieve political goals. So it was all political, obviously. And then early attacks, 1992 through 1995. Attacks in Yemen and elsewhere, smaller scale, assaults against local and Western targets. 1993, it says a truck bomb exploded in World Trade Center parking garage, killing 6 and injuring over 1,000. This was an early demonstration of Al-Qaeda-linked terrorists in the U.S. 1998, U.S. embassy bombing in Kenya and Tanzania. So that's now, America kind of backfired against them. Simultaneous truck bombing killed over 200 people, injured thousands. Al-Qaeda sent a clear message that they could target America's overseas. When I say they could see it coming, is not them like saying, "Oh, you know what? We're gonna help them destroy our towers," which is that conspiracy. I don't know if I'm there, but I'm saying they were aware that, look, the U.S. has the World Trade Center. What would they actually target if they wanted to, do such a big damage on
Scary
America?
thought.
That's what they would target.
Wait, when you watch the documentary, did they say that the police department, the firefighters, they were always there, maybe around those places, just because usually in the cities they're always there, like you know what I mean? Like I can imagine that around that place they would probably be like guarding it almost. And they would be around these
I think there was
places, so-
something about that time period when it happened, where it was all like leading up to it. They were just ready for it. You know what I'm trying to say? It was sudden in the
killed a
sense
lot
of
of people
people
too.
not
A lot of people
expecting
died.
that it would be such an attack. I don't think people really expected 2 planes to hit the towers like that. I don't think they even expected.
And he was back to back,
the
right?
planes to hit the tower. They wouldn't. They just expected something to happen with the World Trade Center being the, I guess you can say, pride of America, right? I mean, it was America's confidence. That was right. That was the whole goal, to destroy and show people and start a movement that America's not as strong as you think it is. We just attacked their
They
World
were
Trade Center
attacked on their
unprotected,
homeland,
just like
but,
that.
like we've never been attacked on our homeland very heavy like that.
Hijacking the planes,
Yeah.
4 planes hitting the biggest buildings. It's like how else can you distract America?
Oh, it was
Bigger than that, you
We've
can't.
been in continual war since that happened.
Yeah,
Somewhere.
And it's like they didn't even like they had like technical errors and like failures. Like how it just happens. Everything on that day just happens to like the boss, the owner of like that World Trade Center, or the boss like there, he wasn't there that day, and he went to work every single day all year round, never missed a
That's
day. And then that one
shady.
day he wasn't there. And it's like the building fell neatly, 2 towers in there, these 4 planes at the exact same time, like got hijacked. And it's just like, it's wild.
look,
Very wild.
But
go
don't
ahead,
you
George.
think? Don't you think?
Yeah,
Like,
you can see it and you can hear it, but you can't grab it.
yo,
Yeah.
I'm not too informed with this type of stuff. I don't know if it's only in the movies, but as far as I know, like sometimes you can, like, when you are hijacking something, you can like hack it so they lose the signal of, like, for example, the location of the plane or some other things.
It
Right? You
depends
can-
on how
Of
good
course
you
they
are
can.
with
How do
the
they not
software.
have an idea on like where these like this plane just got hijacked? You don't even know where it's going, nor you're not going to make any sort of like call to anybody like during that
So
time.
yeah, it could have just easily
know what's
been,
funny?
like planned with
When you're being
hijacking, yeah.
when you're being tracked, like you've been low jacked. So you're trying to low jack the hijacked plane.
And to be fair, let's just say that like like they did hijack that plane. There is innocent people on that plane, so it's almost like it's not like they can like blow it out the sky,
right.
or anything like that. So it's like fair enough, right? Like they can just ram it right anywhere they wanted to. That's why one did crash. There was 4 planes. One crashed. One supposedly went to Pentagon.
And the one that fell,
Wait,
Pentagon.
I think the
one
one that
crashed
fell
or-
in
One
Pennsylvania,
crashed in PA somewhere. It just
Okay,
crashed.
so there was 4. One
because
crashed
the
in
terrorists
PA.
got their butts
One-
whooped.
Two planes hit the towers, though, right?
what
Yeah,
happened.
2 planes
Okay.
hit the towers, and then
where
one
did
pit.
the 4th one go?
I remember it was
it's
in
the
DC.
Pentagon. The Pentagon, not
Is
the
it in
Octagon.
DC?
Pentagon.
Octagon. That's
Pentagon.
fucking the Octagon.
Is it in Washington D.C.?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. It was. I know the attack was in Washington D.C. I'm not sure the name. Pentagon.
I think it's Pentagon.
Yeah, but
Why
that was
is
also
our
what is
main
Pentagon?
thing a Pentagon?
The Pentagon's like a government. It's a government facility.
Yeah. Right.
Um,
I know it was something about.
Upside down Pentagon.
So it was very
is, like,
political.
the main thing.
So to
Yeah,
speak.
of course. It's
Satanism.
it was within the political powers of either
Right.
both sides or just within
And
the
this
US.
is what's interesting about the attention, right? So it was a high profile attack. So the reason why, so like for example, media strategy, Al Qaeda carefully framed attacks as messages against the U.S. foreign policy. Like that's what it was. It was supposed to spread propaganda. Bin Laden released videotape statements leveraging global media to spread ideology. And then network structures operated as a loosely connected network rather than a conventional army, could plan attacks worldwide without being detected easily. And that's what started to happen. I told Mike this too. So I think it was some bombing in subways too in UK, some bus bombing and stuff and killing, all that stuff happening around the same time by the same organization, Al Qaeda. On
I think it's Al
guess-
Qaeda, but it's okay.
Okay, sorry, yeah. Al Qaeda on worldwide. So look, all of this is happening all together, and then they're getting all that attention, and they're feeding off of the attention that they want. So that was their goal, and this is what I think, right? I don't know how they could have made it not a big deal, the World Trade Center being bombed, but I think what the mistake that the U.S. made was, I guess, how much they got involved with showing all of that stuff to people in the news, which, grabbed more attention. And I feel like if they just went after them without such a big attention on the subject, I think it could have been better
But
and
the-
resolved easier, I guess.
The
I don't know.
conspiracy is like the main reason that was allowed to happen was so we could just completely take over where we went to. Like we went to Afghanistan and Kuwait and all those places in the Middle East because there's resources that we wanted as Americans, and it just gives us a reason to set base there and start just recreating creating their whole like geography a little bit. This is like what we do. Like same thing with the Vietnam War. Like there's resources we wanted there. So we made people die trying to get to the things we wanted as a military industrial complex. We're just feeding the monster, feeding the military industrial complex because there's war dogs on each side of the war that get paid for these things. If I'm not using the mic, I don't know what is, dude. I'm deep throating the thing. But,
chill. You're saying
yo,
beep
hot
on
too. I
that.
spit on that thing. But I spit on that thing.
Keep talking.
Anyways.
But yeah. So the war dogs on both sides are just
You
getting
can't tame
paid
this
at
guy.
all times, bro.
This guy's untamable.
We're canceling you. Canceled, Christian.
Man,
Cancel him.
I don't really
What
use
am I
the
doing?
internet anyway. It's fine. No, but it's fine. But yeah, everywhere is getting paid. Like, you know how that goes. I don't want to explain the whole military-industrial complex conspiracy theory, but everybody's getting paid on every end of the deal. Whoever has their hand in that bucket.
Yeah,
and
unfortunately-
that's why war has been constantly going since this event, since 9/11. Like there's no real good war after Vietnam. There was like World War II, then they had their Vietnam, but then they had that Cold War, which they couldn't really do too much. It was a Cold War, so no one was buying weapons. They weren't doing everything, so they needed 9/11 to pop off so they could
Make it hot war.
get their green flowing again. They wanted, They want to sell those weapons. They want to sell those bombs. They want to sell those tanks. They want to sell those aircrafts. They want to sell that ammunition because that's what keeps the economy
Dude,
going.
I heard wars are like the biggest way that they can make money.
Wild. It's pretty much through human sacrifice if you think about it.
Yeah.
It gets to that point where you're killing innocent lives for the sake of money or for the sake of like power.
And then what happened
No,
in the
that's
documentary
real.
was when they invaded was his name
Osama bin Laden.
Osama
Yeah,
bin Laden.
his house, and they killed him and everything. Everybody's celebrating, obviously, they're like, oh, America did this.
They
and that.
got him.
Like,
Yeah,
right, they
they
got
were.
him, and people are celebrating. Like, I understand why they would, but one, it's kind of weird that like you're celebrating somebody just killing another person. Which, look, I'm not saying killing bin Laden was like. You know what? I'm not gonna say it's a bad thing or a good thing. I
not
don't
good,
think it's
bad,
like
or
my
in
place
between.
to say that. But the idea is when you're celebrating such thing, I mean, what are you really helping, and who are you really helping? I mean, could you take back what already happened with the towers? No. So I mean, you're celebrating this, and then people are acting like, oh, the U.S. did this and all that stuff. I don't know. It's for me, it's just all like delusional stuff that they feed to people saying, "Oh, we took them down," even though it took them so long.
Would you
So
compare,
it's weird.
like, you know how, like, would you say people, like, getting people, what, you know how, like, libs were, like, happy that Charlie Kirk got shot and they're saying horrible things? They're just like, yes, he deserved it. Blah, blah,
Yeah,
blah.
yeah, yeah.
Not
That
only
type
that,
of-
but you also see Muslims like criticizing him because he was talking about Palestine, and
but
you're like,
like-
oh, that's good that he died. And
But
Allah
Charlie
curse
Kirk's a
him,"
good guy, and
Come on.
Osama bin Laden's a bad guy. But I think no matter what, there shouldn't be anybody going, yes, got what they deserved. He got shot. Good, that's a death. Like, no matter
That's
what it
just a
is.
cycle of hate.
Yeah, it's just a cycle of hate. And
That's
it's like, you
and
should never
revenge.
celebrate a death. You should be like, I mean, I guess that happens. It's unfortunate. Or, like, as far as I'm concerned, it should have just been brought to justice and had a trial in America. You know what I mean? But I guess it's hard.
Could they have done that?
It was probably very hard to capture a man like that, but they maybe didn't
No,
want
it
to do
was,
that
yeah.
because what if they did have a trial in America and all of a sudden,
That's
know,
my phone.
Oh, it's yours.
if there was a lot of America involvement in this, guess who knew about it? Osama bin
Still
Laden.
recording though, right?
Yeah, there's footages
Guess
of
who knew about
paused
it?
for a
They
little bit.
wanted
No,
him
this
to-
one
people from the
paused,
U-
but it's okay.
people from the U.S. sending messages. Then
it's working.
he would record the videos, send it to him. They would send journalists from the U.S. to go film stuff so they could bring the message of what he was saying to the U.S. He was just all over the place hiding. had his whole like terrorist organization that would control the people, especially the poor countries who had no government, nothing like that. Just so
I don't think people get killed for their atrocities. I think people get killed for their knowledge of atrocities.
what do you mean by that?
But
Like-
no, sorry.
No, for real, dude.
Yeah, you're-
But it's like if someone, especially if it's like, you could have enough knowledge to damn yourself all the way to hell, and it doesn't matter. But if you have the knowledge to damn somebody that the powers to be call important or call influential or call like a frontline person, that's when you are taken out.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You know what was sketchy about this too, Mike? You can say that, and then I'll play the video.
No, to play the video.
Have you guys heard of the white van that this lady spotted during the attack? No.
No.
So it's so
9/11.
super
Right,
weird.
let's watch this last video and then let's wrap it up.
Yeah.
Conspiracy theories is over.
Exclusive report this evening.
It's fine. I'll
That's
put up
right,
the video.
Elizabeth.
Put up the
This
video.
is a
They'll hear
case
the
that
sound.
took the FBI and the CIA more than 2 months. Notice 3 men on top of a van posing for pictures with the towers burning in the background.
And I could see that they were like happy. You know, they didn't look shocked to me. You know, they didn't look shocked. I thought it was very strange.
The witness called police, who stopped the van hours later and arrested 5 men. All 5, it turns out, were Israeli. They were turned over to the FBI. Sources tell ABC News during a check of national security databases, some of the men were listed as having had connections with Israeli intelligence. At the FBI, that set off alarm bells. The FBI needed the answers to 3 important questions. Who were these men? What brought them to that parking lot on the morning of September 11th? And did they have any advance knowledge of what was going to happen that day? The men said they were just taking pictures at the time. They said they worked for a company called Urban Moving. The FBI obtained a search warrant for the company's offices.
2 SUVs were filled up with between 9 and 12 boxes and computers.
Not long after the arrests, the offices of Urban Moving were simply abandoned. Almost
They got
everything
caught or
was
what?
left behind. In jail, the 5 Israelis were repeatedly interrogated and given lie detector tests. Stephen Gordon was their American lawyer.
They were asked questions if they had ever been approached by or hired by any non-United States intelligence community.
While there is still some debate among American intelligence officials, many investigators believe some of the men were part of an Israeli operation aimed at monitoring radical Islamic charities that support groups like Hamas, something lawyers for the 5 men and the Israeli government strongly deny.
These 5 Israelis were not involved in any intelligence operation in the United States. The story is simply false.
In the end, the FBI concluded there was no evidence that any of the 5 men had advance knowledge of the September 11th plot. After 71 days, the 5 Israelis were deported, leaving some ruffled feathers among both U.S. and Israeli officials. According to federal officials, the 5 men have been barred from returning to the United States for 10 years, they say, because they violated immigration.
I mean, yeah, isn't that weird how they got in the U.S. illegally? They were there at that same time. It happened. It seems like, they just said they were, kind of like supporting the movements of the terrorists and everything, celebrating it.
I'm in belief that there's all the governments of all different countries, all different everything. I think there's white knights and bad actors in all governments, and I think that there's alliances for good and alliances for bad that stream throughout all governments of the world. And I think they're increasingly getting entangled and increasingly fighting for power. And I think that's the unnerving, unsettling things that we've been seeing and feeling lately. And I really think that's what it is. And people, they see that they're starting to get seen, and they're bugging out, and they're re-scammering for cloaking, and they're re-scammering for power. And I think that they want to not be seen in the way that they're being seen as of late.
Exactly. Like that's good, because even remember before we started the podcast, you were talking about, we were watching a video of like Jesse Lee versus Charlie Kirk's wife, and some other people too. You see them that they start like they always have this. They always attack each other. Like one writes, "Oh, I exposed them. I did this to this guy," and then this guy comes out and says the same thing.
Polarizing.
Like creating this hate towards each other for people to choose sides when you shouldn't choose sides. I mean, you should tell those people to not be like this towards each other, no matter what. I mean, especially as a Christian, when you understand that two parties are fighting, you don't stand on neither side. You stand for peace.
Right. Blessed are the peacekeepers.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
And
It's crazy. They're like. They have this drama going on in there. They're actors, bro. Like some are actually
all
actors.
White knights and bad actors. I swear to God. There's people trying to really keep it together,
don't
going, "What
swear,
are
remember?
these people doing around me? What's their problem?" When they don't know, they're horribly selfish, like self-centered, like men of the world, and they don't get it. Like the people that actually have good conscience and a good heart and are trying to do something. I think they literally are dumbfounded by what's surrounding them. They go, "Oh, I made it into government. They're trying to make a difference, but this is what I find." And I think anybody with a good heart that gets into any government finds himself in that predicament. I'm starting to really think that.
And they got a decision to make. They either conform or they leave.
Yep, that's
and
why
dude,
Marjorie Taylor Greene, that chick left recently. What's the dude, Dan Bongino, just stepped down from assistant director of FBI. You haven't heard him speak out too much along this whole thing. So that means he doesn't want to speak out because he obviously sees something he doesn't want to be implicated in. Because he goes, "I don't really believe in this situation." He just wants to have his show back, apparently. So it's like, oh, you are the assistant director of the FBI and you step down because you don't like what you see? That's what I see from that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, dude, conspiracies are interesting.
Conspiracies are interesting, bro.
Yeah, it's definitely something to think about. You shouldn't be naive and oblivious about this, but at the same time, I don't think you should think about this too much. It's really not anything you will know.
At the end of the day, it's a
shouldn't
theory, not a fact.
that.
Focus on your relationship with God. Focus on your relationship with your friends and your family and your relationship with truth. Focus on trying to bring good energy and good fortune and good emotion towards the people that you love and towards the people that you don't love, even more importantly. Because hopefully those type of people you can show kindness to, you can change their heart and maybe they'll pay it forward. Instead
they'll
of
see
being,
the truth. They'll
instead
see
of
Christ
being
in
a
you.
Scrooge, and they can see the truth. They can see Christ. They can see what the meaning of this gift we call life truly is that we're all trying to find every day.
Amen. God willing.
And we have to call out the evil, but not give too much attention, and confuse people even more. Which seems like that's what evil feeds off of, is attention. They just want the attention, and right. And when you don't give it attention, it's just like a little bacteria just dies off. But the more you feed it, the bigger it grows, and the bigger the movement and the bigger the brainwashing happens. So that's what you see with some of the conspiracies.
Yeah,
fortunately.
And I think that's what
creates more division.
That's what they breed. It creates division because
You're supposed to be done 20 minutes.
this one world government we're talking about is trying to divide us, and we're stronger when we're together.
Yo. Amen.
Amen. Jesus on 3, 1, 2, 3. Jesus.
Jesus. Yo.
Yeah.
Watch it, all right?
Jesus.
Bro, just turn it. No, we heard you, but...
Jesus.
Yo,
We
turn
need
it.
like a mic to like follow him around whenever he moves.
Yeah, I'm a mover.
Yo,
I'm a
put
shaker.
right here. You see this on the side?
Attach it to him.
I should just keep my hand on it when I go around.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
there you go.
Yeah. I'm gonna learn.
Yo, you know what? We
Better.
should... Let's play Bible trivia.
All right, real quick. Let's go. Drive trivia. I'm ready. First question.
Name 2 of the 4 major prophets. And there's right answers to
2 of the
Moses
4?
and Elijah?
2 of the 4.
Moses and Elijah?
Well, there's 4.
Oh, wait. You said
Okay,
4?
sorry. Name 2 of the 4 major prophets.
Okay.
Moses and Elijah for me. I think. That's
Yeah,
all.
I think one is Isaiah. I think one is Elijah. Elijah and Isaiah.
Okay. What do you think?
I don't know. Wait.
No, you got to name 2.
You got to name 2, yeah.
Was Abraham a prophet?
Isaiah
Was Abraham a
so
prophet?
same thing as him?
I just saw the
I'd say
animation.
Abraham. I'd say Abraham and
I mean,
David wasn't
Yo.
a prophet, was he?
Sadua.
He's just a king.
Moses.
A lot of knowledge.
Oh wait, technically it's Moses and Elijah because they were the ones that transfigured on the mountain.
You'll see the answers.
wait,
Yeah.
does that make them like what's the
And
question?
they were the
Major?
only two prophets that saw God. Remember
Name
that?
two of
That's
the
true, man.
That's
four
true.
major prophets.
That's true.
Well, what makes them major? I mean,
Well, I guess we'll find out.
most talked about. I mean, I would say okay. I'm just gonna put one out there. I'll say Isaiah. That's one of my guesses.
Popped up in my head. I don't know.
Okay. Which four disciples did Jesus call first?
Oh, we're not gonna find the answer.
We're gonna find out at the end.
Yeah. So you
Okay.
go first, then Sadua, then me, and then Mike.
Trick question. Jesus didn't
Which
have
four
a phone.
disciples?
Wait. What's the question? What's the question?
He doesn't want
Do we
to.
Wait.
skip this guy?
Wait, what's the
Skip this
question?
guy,
What was the
bro.
question?
Nah, seriously, lock in, bro. Lock
Guys,
in.
what you can do is you can actually comment below as we're going, which will be a good engagement.
And
Which
like
four?
and subscribe.
Which four disciples did Jesus call first?
Go first. Go.
Oh, okay.
I don't know the answer to this, so I'm just gonna say Luke, Peter, Mark, and John.
Mark. You talking about Mark? Like from
Mark
the
and Luke
Gospels?
weren't these disciples.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's,
No, it's all right. It's all right. It's all right.
Bible,
He gave John in. Okay, go.
I'd say okay.
James.
Little James. Yeah, little is
James.
Bible does Bible mention the other James as little James?
I don't know, bro.
Okay.
I don't
Anyway,
know.
little-
It's
yeah.
not too much.
Just like
Little-
James,
yeah,
the
little
brother
James.
of John, or
No, there's two James. James
Yeah.
of brother of John, and there's the other
James,
James,
brother
and they call him
Jesus.
little James.
okay.
So little James, what's
Big James.
Peter's brother? Yeah, it's Peter's brother.
Yeah,
that's
that was
Peter's
my
brother.
guess. That's my exact guess.
I just don't.
Andrew, little James, Nathaniel, and Peter. Peter. So those four.
For me and Mike. actually.
For both of us. actually.
Andrew, Peter, John, and James, the brothers, John and James. That's for us.
Yeah. Okay.
I think we could. Yeah,
Think about
let's do 2 on 2. Let's do 2 on 2. You guys want to do that?
Look, how about this? I will
do it.
tell you 90% of 90% you guys are wrong. I can easily say it.
Okay, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It's all right.
You guys probably think
No, I
that.
know,
but
I know.
you guys
You
are
guys
not the
wanna do 2 on
first.
2?
They're
You
not
guys
the
wanna
first.
do 2 on 2?
Next question.
Where did Jesus say the wide gate led? To hell?
Yeah.
To destruction.
Yeah, destruction. Yep.
To destruction.
Which chapter in Hebrews is known as the faith chapter?
I know.
Hebrews as a chapter of faith.
I'm going to say, okay.
14.
In 3, 2, 1, 5.
6.
2.
5, 6,
I'll say
2.
6.
5, 6, 2. How about you?
14.
Ooh, I don't even know if there's a 14.
I don't think-
There's
probably
no
not.
14.
Probably not.
Don't
that
even
many
guess
in
that.
Hebrews.
Look,
41.
You could either be right or wrong. That's it.
The same.
Okay, what is
Please don't.
what is the seventh
I'm
commandment?
too old for that.
What is the seventh commandment?
Oh my gosh, I know this one.
The seventh? That's not.
I know what it is. Can I go first?
Thou
I don't know.
shalt
I don't want to go
not
first.
Commit adultery.
Thou shalt not steal, I think.
I think that's like the fourth.
No.
It's higher up there.
Yo, hold up. Let me lock in. Let me lock in. I got to lock in right now. I can't get
I
it
think it's
wrong.
adultery.
Okay, it's either thou shalt not kill or
That's when I killed one of the first.
Nah, bro.
no. It's either thou shalt not kill or commit adultery. I think it's thou shalt not kill for me, because then it's adultery, and then 9, 10, 11. Yeah, so I know adultery is like before the last two, so that would make 11, 10, 9,
What was number 8,
Eight.
right?
7.
Oh, you said 7.
7. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You said 7th? You said 7th, right?
Oh,
Covet your
okay. I
neighbor's
know what it
wife,
is.
you
Okay, I'm gonna say
11.
thou shalt not steal. That's my
Yeah,
answer.
that's mine too.
Thou shalt not steal.
Thou shalt not steal.
Yeah, I say thou shalt not kill. All right. And then you said adultery. Yeah. All right. Reveal. Okay, the first one. Isaiah.
Hey,
No way.
I got it. Isaiah.
Jeremiah,
Oh, Jeremiah. Oh, wait.
Daniel, and Ezekiel. It says 4. I don't know why. Look, it says
Jeremiah
name
was
2 of the 4
Oh, name
major
2 of
prophets.
them. So-
yeah.
Wow.
Isaiah,
There's
Jeremiah,
4 major prophets.
Daniel, and
Was it
Ezekiel.
because they prophesized about
Yeah, Jesus.
the
So that's
Messiah?
why I said Isaiah, because
Yeah.
it mostly prophesies about Jesus
yeah.
coming.
Yeah, so it's Isaiah, Jeremiah, Daniel, and Ezekiel. So
You
Mike
stole
is the
that.
only one that
I
gets
should
points.
never put that.
I didn't see that.
Yeah. Oh, actually.
Michael is the only one that gets points for that.
Thank you.
Okay, it's
This game made
Peter?
me realize I need to
For-
be
for-
more of a
for
biblical
first-
scholar.
first 4 disciples were Peter, Andrew, James, and John. Are you guys right?
Andrew, Peter, John, and James.
I got
We got
that
it.
what
We
you guys
got
said?
James and John. Yeah.
Oh,
Hey.
I'm 90% wrong.
He said I'm 90% right.
Yeah. Wow. Thanks, Adula.
Speak to. So the third one is speak to it. So what did God tell Moses to do to get water from the rock in number?
Oh, wait, we
I
didn't-
didn't
you
answer.
didn't
answer
answer
that
one.
one.
Touch
I
with the
could've
stick.
told you that. And that was the one.
You
that-
speak to it.
So we all
why
get a
he got
point?
left out of the land
Yeah.
of milk and honey because he said, "I will." This is the one miracle. He said, "I will provide you."
So we all get a point.
Oh,
Do you remember that?
so did you know that it was him speaking to
10.
it?
Yeah.
I got 2.
Okay. I was gonna say hit the rock because I remember he had to strike the rock.
Yeah, so like Christian,
I
there's
remember
zero.
him saying, like,
Oh, you winning.
I will.
Yeah. Cooked.
Yo, should I?
That's why he didn't.
Do what?
I was gonna
Yeah.
bring this, but they don't know. They're not.
Because he's
Bring what?
disobedient.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
kids. To the party.
Okay.
It's a fun game.
Well, the kids.
Credit for the miracle.
Well, you wanted. Okay, never mind. We can talk about it after.
Where did Jesus say the wide gate led? Destruction.
Yep. I said that.
Dude. I think he was the closest. I think he got closest to the
Last.
5th answer. Which chapter in Hebrews is known as the faith chapter? 11.
Wait.
Oh, really?
Cooked.
All the way up there.
Yeah,
and
cool. So
then
Christian
all the way up
20?
there. No,
Oh, he got 14.
And
I need to read more.
So more.
Christian wins this one.
I knew it was.
Shall
Why, 'cause
not
the
commit
hardest one?
adultery.
I knew that one.
You shall not commit
From
adultery.
jump.
Yo,
No, wait, for number 7? 8, 9? Oh.
No, wait.
no.
Christian,
Wait,
Christian cooked.
7, 8, 9? Wait, 7? Wait, so, okay, number 10's covet. Number 9 is thou shalt not, or you can't lie to a brother, or bear false witness.
Yeah, but false.
Number 7,
Covet?
wait, 8.
Is covet.
Number 8 is adultery. No?
No.
Stealing is number 7. I swear it is.
No.
I can't do that. Yeah, we can't say that.
He's typing right now.
Okay, these are the 10 commandments. Ready?
They better be written.
I have this. Look, I have this poster in my room, and I should have known this. You shall have no other gods before me. That's 1. You shall not make idols. So I think this is.
8 is
Wait, 1 second, because the first one is
Yeah, adultery.
okay. You shall have no other gods before me.
Mess up. If it's murder, steal, and then adultery.
It's, yeah.
You shall make no idols. That's the second one. You shall not take the name of the Lord your God in vain. That's the third one. Keep the Sabbath day holy. That's the fourth one. 5th one is honor your father and your mother. You shall not murder. You shall not commit adultery. That's the 7th one. And then 8th, you shall not steal. You shall not bear false witness against your neighbor. You shall not covet. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I got them switched. GG. Came in clutch the end.
Well, Christian with 30 points, Adul with 10 points,
Broken
Did I get
clock.
30? Or
me
is
with
it
20,
2?
and Mike got 30. Yep.
So I tied with him.
You're tied with him, but he actually caught up, bro. He was on 0 when you were on like 20.
I'm an underdog, baby.
Yeah, no.
I'm from Philly, baby.
He was playing
I'm
around.
like
and then
Rocky, baby.
Christian, do me a
Yeah.
favor. Read the quote of the day.
Can I sing it?
No. Yes.
No.
No.
Yo.
Yes. No. I
got
don't
you.
know.
Christian,
Yo,
and then we play
QOTD.
again. I'll win because I got the hat.
You look good with that.
Must
You
be
look
the
like a
hat.
soldier, kind of.
Read the quote of the day. We have somewhere to be.
Yeah, he does.
Read it.
All right. Quote of the day. For
dude, this is
to us a child is born, to us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace.
Wow.
Isaiah 9:6.
Isaiah
That's a great
9:6.
one.
Who's he
That's
talking
very,
about?
very, very beautiful quote.
Who is he talking about?
I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. It sounds like a prophecy.
You guys have
it
to know
sounds like
this.
Hey,
Two-
it sounds
Yeah.
like a prophecy, guys.
He's talking about my God. It's simple.
Prophets.
Yo.
Who's he talking about?
This guy's like one of these prophets. What are you talking about?
Okay,
We
you're
all
gonna
know.
need this for Muslims and Jews, so you have to know this.
For Jesus. I mean, that's it. I mean, it's simple.
Jesus.
Nice.
Isaiah 9:6. Great.
I love the wonderful counselor.
Quote.
Yeah. I like mighty God.
Amen.
That's
Everlasting Father.
That's when they start running. When you mention mighty God and everlasting Father, no human can be everlasting. Everlasting is a
They
attribute
said-
to God.
They said you wanna try to like walk this earth like God walked this earth. I thought he said you want to walk like the mighty. I thought he said you want to be mighty odd, and that's why I'm such a strange person. I misread it.
Nah, wait. Nah, he's tripping.
I thought I was trying to be mighty odd, not mighty godly.
What?
Is there a question for him from the last guest?
Cut
From
that
Lucas?
out.
From Lucas.
Cut out what I just said.
Dude, at the end, you always say things that I need to cut out, bro.
I got.
You gotta stop.
I'm gonna
we
come
have
in
a
here with
question?
a halo next time.
I don't remember Lucas
I think
asking
1
anything.
hour is your focus.
He might have.
Time. Anything past 1 hour, you crash out.
we need
Do you remember what Lucas asked? Did you write it down?
like a comedy
Fiddler?
podcast on the side, you guys.
Pretty sure.
He's like, I'm gonna shut your mic off.
Yeah, until he asks questions.
Mic off.
But I don't want to
Mic
do that,
off.
bro. I don't want to have to do that.
No.
And we're playing Mafia.
You can do it.
We're playing Mafia with him later, by
Dude,
the way.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
I'm very good.
nah, dude, you're gonna be all over the place. I'm gonna have to vote you out right away.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah,
wait, do you-
yeah. But he's gonna be Jester every round. That's why.
Oh, really?
Vote me right to that pool table.
Just don't
boy.
give him gesture roll. Just don't.
It's not me.
It's
It's
not
RNG.
us.
Oh, who's the narrator?
It's me. It's RNG. It's RNG. I don't give it to him. I love him.
I know, but if you see that random pick, that's
Listen.
him.
every
I
round.
think the-
Anyways,
Yeah,
did
that's
we
crazy.
get a question from Lucas or no?
Dude, I don't know. I can't find it. Wait.
Okay.
Do you guys remember?
No.
No. So I mean, we can kind of
You'll see.
Oh.
Dude, did he even ask a question?
Here's what we can do. We can so
We FaceTime Lucas right now, or we call him.
no.
Yeah,
to you.
call him right
I'm
now.
gonna call
Oh,
Lucas
sure,
right now.
FaceTime him. FaceTime him.
FaceTime him. And then go like this, you know, so we can say hi to him.
Yeah.
Yo, imagine we
You
could
met
do live-
Lucas. He's very tall. He's glasses.
live podcast.
Bro, think big.
Think big, bros.
Please answer, Lucas. Please answer, Lucas. Lucas. Yo.
Bro, answer. Wait, what did he say? I didn't even hear him.
let me just call him. Maybe
It's
he's
good
not
that you didn't even
answering
hear or
this.
see what he did.
You're
Bro,
calling?
you need to
Yeah,
stop
you're-
crashing out.
No, actually, bro, you
Yeah, we need to
I don't
end
know
this
how I'm gonna
soon.
put this stuff,
Or
bro.
he's
I don't know
gonna-
how I'm gonna put this
All right,
stuff. Stop. Christian, stop.
it's fine. Okay, Christian.
Look,
do you have-
skip his whole.
Do you have a question for the next
I'm
guest?
gonna mute him. You skip him.
What do you want to ask the next guest?
If you had the kill switch for AI in your hand, would you shut it off forever, or would you accelerate it to? If you had the kill switch for AI in your hands, would you shut it off or keep it on?
You guys write
And
it
why?
down. You guys write it down. Lucas just said.
Would you kill it or keep it running? Why or why not?
That's actually really good. I actually appreciate that
Thought-provoking.
question.
Yeah, it's
I appreciate that question. I appreciate it.
I was too goofy with every other
If you had
question.
a
Thank you,
kill
good
switch,
question.
Like you knew,
for
you were gonna say that.
I've been
AI.
thinking about that myself.
Is Lucas there, Sidula?
He just texted me. So
If you
I
had
think he's
a
about
if
to
you had a
text.
kill switch for AI, would you do it or not? Would you do it? Would you do it?
If you had a kill switch
No.
for AI, would you let it live or destroy it? Why or
What
why
is?
not?
Would you do it?
Whatever you
Would
want
you
to
do
do.
it? What would be
Make
a good
sure you
que-
make them elaborate
Christian.
why or why not they're doing it.
Okay.
Christian, you know what would be a good question? If you had the switch for the AI to destroy it, but you could only use it once, would you use it now, or wait for it a little bit and then click?
Oh really? Oh really? That's a good question.
Come closer.
Right now.
Insider trading for me or not?
All right. man.
Or would you click it now and destroy it forever, or wait for it
All right.
its effect and then destroy
All right. Can
it?
we end it?
Wait.
I'm starting
I
to
wanna
crash out.
end- I wanna play with this more.
No, he's not coming today, bro. He's not coming. Just
Nah, that's gonna be fun.
delete him from the list.
No. He's
I'm a
checked
beautiful
off.
party guy.
He's the first one checked off on my list.
I answer quickly, bro.
All right. So what's he saying?
He says, my question is, what's your why?
Oh, okay.
So what's your why in life and why?
It's a rough question for me.
Should we make it more specific?
Yo, Christian, can I buy this hat off of you?
Christian, you want to make it more specific?
You're like suffocating.
You want to make it more specific?
You know what? It's worth it.
Okay, ready? Watch this.
Offered me $5,000 for that.
Listen, Christian, what is the reason that you do the things that you do currently? Why? Like, what keeps you going in life?
I don't know. I don't.
Okay.
No. So the reason why I do things in my life definitely wildly varies throughout the years of my life. But as of late, as I've been buckling down, I'm trying to because I was such a leaf in the wind type person in my young age, and I feel, even though this is not true, but I feel I have a lot of catching up to do in this world. So I'm really trying to focus on the very important relationships, and I'm trying to focus on my health, and I'm trying to focus on what's good in this world and bringing people to it, like Jesus and like morals and like comedy and laughing instead of being frustrated and angry and worried about conspiracies and all these things. So yeah, I'm mostly just trying to push an influx of good vibes anywhere I can, not just for the person or the situation, but for myself, because I know the more positive and the more optimistic things that I can push through into this existence will be overall better for everything.
Yeah.
Read it.
That was good.
Yeah.
That was a great answer. I mean, I really like that.
Read it.
It was just long, but I get what I get what you're saying.
I pulled it out of my esophagus for you.
Thank you,
At least
Christian.
yeah.
Yeah.
What he was
Good question.
Deep thoughts, brother.
Yeah. We appreciate you coming on, Christian. It was a great episode. I had fun, a lot of fun.
As always,
you,
a
brother.
wonderful time.
Yo, hey.
All right, with that thing,
All right, with that, think big, grow big.
Peace.